Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another college football talk, preview, whatever you want to call it. Let's go. This is one of the best times of the year because it's heating up towards the end of the year. A lot of rumors keep coming up. I made a video about Lincoln Riley to LSU. Make sure to go check that out. But this one, Lane Kiffin to the U. To the U. I think this is one of the most interesting jobs that have ever happened, that have come together. Obviously, nothing happened yet, but there's a lot of rumors that Lane Kiffin wants out of Ole Miss, and honestly, I don't think I buy into it. Lane Kiffin doesn't have a good track record of staying in one school and just bouncing around. And we thought a lot of it was going to stay at Ole Miss, but when you got to compete in the same division as Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher, I mean, shit. Even though Mike Leach in there, got a lot of great coaches in his division. So him going to Miami would be a good deal for him because you got schools in there that are just dog crap, not good at football. ACC is a basketball school. We all know this. You got schools that look at Clemson falling off this year. Wake Forest, came out of nowhere. I think Lane Kiffin going to Miami would be a huge deal. And the same athletic director that hired him at FAU is now athletic director at Miami. That's one thing to keep in mind when you sorting this thing out. Ole Miss, they've been great the last 2 years. High-powered offense, not a great defense. Hanging in there with the big dogs, and when they play big games, Lane Kiffin edges them out unless they're playing big schools like Alabama, something like that. I think Miami is one of the hottest jobs because all the recruits you can land. Now, Manny Diaz has done a great job landing recruits, landing transfers, but he's just simply not a good coach. He simply cannot put the X's and O's together. He's a great recruiter. I think Lane Kiffin is a better recruiter. He uses social media well. He's always going to show the interaction with college football coaches. He's up there, number one. No doubt about it. He's the must-bust of college football. And honestly, if you put Lane Kiffin in a school like Miami, in a state like Florida, just watch out for that. Watch out for that. Because you got him in a school right now in Mississippi. If he goes to Florida, a state, say like Florida, and he goes to Miami, I wonder if he'll keep turnover chain. I'm not really sure if he'll keep the turnover chain quite yet. But Lane Kiffin can change the whole culture of Miami. They got a decent culture. They win some games here, win some games here. They're not having a great year these last 2 years. But if you look the first year for the turnover chain, they're beating Miami. They're beating Notre Dame, beating some big-time schools, unfortunately losing to Clemson. But if Lane Kiffin went to the ragged, bust-down ACC conference, he can turn it around. And I would honestly love to see that. Miami's a great school, too, because it's not that hard to recruit. You got a great high school football state in Florida. You got great football surrounding it in Georgia, Texas. Not quite surrounding it, but in that area, And a big thing about Lane Kiffin, he lives in the transfer portal. And if you get a school like Miami, they were huge in the transfer portal, with Manny Diaz, but have not produced great quality out. And look what Lane Kiffin did at FAU. He's got ties to Florida, the state of Florida. So if you put Lane Kiffin back in the environment, back in the athletic director that hired him in the first place at FAU, I think you'll watch out. I think Miami can be a contender right away. They shouldn't have even been ranked this year. They shouldn't have been ranked. They weren't that good this year. Now you can take their quarterback out of the picture, Derek King. He's been hurt right away, this and that. Stuff happens. But Manny Diaz is definitely going to get fired. They cannot pull up with his crap no more. No more. But I think the thing is, Lane Kiffin brings this swagger. He's going to bring the U back. The U had a swagger in the early 2000s. And Manny Diaz, they had it for 1 year. Now people are turnover chain my ass. Ripping the turnover chain after they score. They got the touchdown rings. They're doing too much at Miami. They got the new chain every year. not being consistent. Everyone's got to turn over this, touchdown this, turnover. I'm gonna go spike the ball. I'm gonna go on the sideline, dunk a basketball. I'm gonna go sit on a throne. Everyone's copying it. It's not the same anymore. And the U is an easy place to recruit, easy place to win. They're in a down conference in the ACC. And to take advantage of a hire like Lane Kiffin, Miami needs a big-time hire. You need a Lane Kiffin kind of guy. You need a big guy on social media. And Miami has a huge following. Huge. And they're a Florida school. They're in SEC land, but they're an ACC conference. You got teams. You have a team like North Carolina and the ACC lure recruits away from the SEC. And Miami can do that. Lane Kiffin can do that. Crying out loud, his quarterback is from California. Matt Corral's from California. Lane Kiffin is the perfect guy to turn around this Miami program, turn around the Miami culture. Hey, if I'm a U fan, I'm making shirts right away. And Lane Kiffin we trust, and Lane 316. Lane Kiffin is going to turn around this program just like he did Ole Miss. Ole Miss wasn't really down bad. They had Hugh Freeze, but they were going through some allegations, some SEC rules. Watch out for Lane Kiffin to Miami. I love it. Lane Kiffin even to Florida maybe, but the rumor right now, Lane Kiffin to Miami, I would love to see it. Match made in heaven.